どっかよ、酒。何も腐りきった現体制に屈する必要などない。根本から全てを変えればいい。この道こそ私の最初の選択であり、揺るぎない誇りだ。
Hello everyone, this is Potato Sourdough. Welcome back to my channel. Today it's about Simona. So she's coming very soon. I believe that she will be the debut banner after Edda in the in the event called the Scorched Earth. Now let's jump straight to her trait. So her trait increases her attack and defense by 5%. At the start of the turn, she gains ice armor with a cooldown of 2 turns. Now, what ice armor does is she gains a physical shield equal to 60% of magic attack, immune to frozen terrain effects. That's supposed to be frosty, but it's the same thing. After being melee attacked, she inflicts movement down 1 on the attacker for 2 turns. So I've highlighted all the upgrades on her star upgrade. I rated her star upgrade priority as medium, because even at like the lowest star level, she works very well. Of course, I put her at medium because ideally you want her to be at like 3. I mean, if you do want to invest, if you want to go deep into her, then 5-star is obviously recommended. She is a watcher, and her factions are the Union and Discipline. Now let's move on to Simona's skills. For the rank 1, I chose both. I have read that like in battles where you don't want to bring Purple Ice Priest or any other units that can freeze tiles, you want to prioritize the right skill for the rank 1. For rank 3, you want both as well because they're both her core skills. It synergizes very well with her entire kit as both offensive and defensive tank. And especially like the right one, it gives her all of her allies, including herself, ice armor and regeneration 1. So if you already have an ice armor on her, which most likely you would because it would trigger it on the first turn of the battle, the energy cost is reduced by 1 point. Now for the rank 5 skill, I chose the left reaction skill because it pairs very well with her being a tank, and whenever her ice armor is destroyed, all enemies within 2 grids of the user take 50% magic damage and are inflicted with movement 3 debuff for 1 turn. Now for her rank 7 skill, I chose the left one over the leader aura. In terms of damage itself, it's not that great, but the main utility of this skill is you can freeze the enemy. It's a much better option than her leader aura because you can simply just use Gloria along with her. Now for rank 9 skill, I chose the left one because it is a good option for PvE as it's a basic attack with a strong conditional multiplier. The right one is also good, so I might actually use the Convallaria on that one as well for future PvP matches. Now for her rank 11 skills, I chose her ultimate over the right skill. Now with her ultimate, even though damage wise it's pretty underwhelming, however the main utility of this skill is where it shines, because it selects a location within a cross-shaped range from yourself, deal 70% ice damage to all enemies in a 5x3 area in the target direction, summons an ice wall in the center of horizontal row of 3 grids. If the terrain grids are occupied, apply frozen to the target for 1 turn. This skill has a 1-turn charge requirement, so Inanna would make a good partner for her. Now, her right skill, it's not really essential, but if you're using her as a tank, I think it's a great option. If you want to use Convallaria on it, I don't think it's a terrible option either, because you know it restores 50% of HP and 2 energies whenever she's in near the state. As for Simona's equipment, I chose Starry Sky Heritage. I believe this is her best weapon because it increases her HP by 10%, grants bonus magic attack equal to 6% HP at the start of the battle, and the Starry Sky Heritage enhances Simona's ice armor capacity while increasing her damage at the same time, making it a very suitable choice. The source for this weapon is Weaponry Trial 3. The next weapon is Gazing Orb. I think this is the second best. Deals 15% more damage when performing a single target attack. This weapon increases Simona's already powerful basic attack and initial skill called Ice Lance. Ice Lance does 130% magic damage to a single target and inflicts movement and speed debuff for 2 turns. Now let's move on to the trinkets. Old Scrolls of August. I think that could be her best trinket. It provides an instant skill that grants an ally a level 2 buff and a speed buff. And with Simona's 271 speed, one of the fastest units, she can grant an ally the buffs instantly at the start of the battle. But best for her if you're looking to double her as a buff support. Source is random legendary gear chest. And for other trinkets, I would recommend Evergreen Pendant. So when healed, gains 1 random level 2 attribute buff, which lasts for 2 turns. Ice Armor can trigger the Evergreen Pendant's healing effect through its regeneration property. It can also synergize with the healing effects of Inanna's trait. When paired with Inanna, Simona can sustain long-term benefits, making this equipment highly recommended. Source is Weaponry Trial 3. The next one is Disaster Battle. It provides an instant skill, inflicts 2 random level 2 attribute debuffs on the enemy. Simona being one of the fastest unit, this gear gives her the ability to debuff the enemy first at the start of the turn. The source would be Weaponry Trial 2. In terms of Tarot Whispers, the first one I would recommend is Desire for Temperance, where the focus on magic attack works well with Simona's rank 3 skill that I mentioned earlier. The source would be Tarot Residual 2. The next one would be Dream of the Magician. Focus would be magic attack as well. Best for AoE damage focus build. Tarot Residual 1 is the source for this Tarot Whisper. And the last one that I recommend is Temptation of the Devil, with a focus on magic attack as well. Provides a stable attack and defense boost. The source would be Tarot Residual 3. To summarize Simona, she is a formidable character who excels in tanking, controlling, and dealing damage. Her skills synergize very well, often stacking for greater effect. With her impressive 271 speed, she can take the initiative, shielding her teammates at the start of the battle. Simona's trait grants attack and defense bonuses along with immunity to attribute debuffs, making her exceptionally durable on the front line. The Ice Armor passive places her in a strong tanking position at the start of the battle and every 2 turns after, maximizing her survivability. Overall, her trait offers significant advantages. Even at lower star levels, Simona remains highly effective. Her skills are versatile and can adapt to a wide range of scenarios. As a Watcher class character, she is a top choice to pull. And I'm pulling for her because I happen to already have her best weapons and one of her trinkets. While Simona's rank 11 ultimate skill may seem underwhelming in terms of raw damage, it shines in speed and movement control. The summoned ice walls can restrict enemy movement and draw fire, giving your team a tactical edge. If ignored, these ice walls persist for 3 turns. Although characters with jump can bypass the walls, the ice terrain still hinders their movement. Additionally, this skill can nullify an enemy's frozen status for 1 turn, which is extremely potent. Paired with Frost Assault, her left rank 3 skill, in Simona's first turn action, you can freeze enemies by the 2nd turn. While elite enemies may be immune to freezing, the ice walls can still block their attacks. In higher level battles, this skill is invaluable for blocking key abilities, and it's particularly useful in tower climbing scenarios. Simona pairs exceptionally well with Inanna, Gloria, Alexei, and the Papal Ice Priest, or any character that can freeze tiles. So that's it for Simona. Before I go, I also want to give y'all an update on the Breadroll raffle that's ongoing until the August 30th, 2024, 23 UTC. There has been 90 entries so far. Thank you very much for participating. If you want to participate, just make sure you include your in-game name and Discord name, just because at the moment I need to be able to figure out who I'm sending the Astral Gems to. So yeah, that's it for today. I'll be doing an Edda pulling video later, so I hope if you do pull for Edda as well, I hope you'll get lucky. So yeah, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. May Coco bless us all.